It was a normal Sunday afternoon, and I had actually gone to have my hair done. It wouldn't say, but it's very tidy right now. But what happened is armed men blocked my Uber. I actually was using a ride-hailing app to call a cab, and I saw two men. Of course, later I was told there were three who jumped out of the car, but I saw two men on both sides of the door. They ran, they were masked, they were wearing baseball hats. Based on what I know in terms of, I've been reading, of course, and seeing a lot of reports, I immediately knew this was an abduction. They were shouting at the driver to open the door, and I was screaming at the driver not to open the door. They managed to open the door and they dragged me. I put up a fight because I knew if they put me in the vehicle, I'll be in utter danger. Immediately, while even I was not properly in the vehicle, they started speeding away. Within a very short time, while I was struggling and I was also putting up a fight, and they were also pushing down my head not to see what is happening, there was a jolt. We all at the back sort of fell forward. What I managed to see, because they were trying to block my view, was I saw what now I know is a city hopper. I just saw a green and yellow big bus, and it was blocking the road. They were trying to swerve, and the driver was moving the bus to block their way. I heard in the car in Kiswahili the word bunduki. I didn't see the weapon because by then they saw that my head was up and pushed me down. I was kicking at the window. I was trying to see if I could break the window, which I couldn't. Another one sat on my legs, and then we sped away. And for hours, we were driving and stopping about 5 times. I was trying to count how many times we've stopped. There was hardly communication among them. There was no radio call or anything, but it was clear the person in front was getting out, having some form of discussion or calls. I was not sure. I was blindfolded throughout. They did try immediately afterwards, when they had abducted me, to get my devices. They took my first main phone and they were demanding the PIN codes. I, of course, gave them rubbish numbers, and they sort of were getting very aggressive, and that's where they really hurt my wrists, because they were using the metal handcuffs to tighten them every time I gave them the wrong pin. I was screaming in the end. I was asking them to give me time to calm down, to remember the pin. They kept saying they're police. They're taking me to a police station, but I knew that was completely not true. And I was telling them that you've abducted me. That made them even more angry. They said they did not abduct me. After a while, when they picked up a lot of speed and after a few stops, I knew that I was in a vehicle that was going outside Nairobi. I could feel on the bumps that this was getting worse and worse. After a while, honestly, I was fighting, but after a while, I just knew, even if I would, let's say, manage to break free, I can't jump out of such a high-speeding car. I calmed down a bit. I did a lot of praying. I'm not ashamed to say that. I did a lot of prayers, and I was just holding on tight. I did have questions targeted at me, asking my name. I refused to give them my name. I told them that they should know who they abducted, and I asked them what did they tell them before they abducted me. The person sitting in front on the passenger side knew me by name and kept calling me sometimes unexpectedly in the silence, or try to make conversations with me in Swahili, but I refused to speak Swahili for a very strategic reason. I felt